right now on 5 on your side at 10.
A couple scammed out of their entire life savings.
He's, one of the most sweet guys you'll ever meet in your life, and it's just unfortunate for it to happen to him.
Now the community coming together to give back.
The first snow for some of us is over for a few days. I'll time out the next chance to see some accumulating snow.
A dangerous temperature drop.
If you're unhoused and you're outside, it is more difficult and it can be more challenging.
St. Louis area nonprofits plead for your help as winter makes an early appearance. Off the top at 10 tonight, the Bi-State getting its first snowfall of the season today. Our cameras capturing this video from Arnold, where people saw 3 inches of snow. The early winter appearance leaving a mess on roadways. Good evening, I'm Brent Solomon. Some parts of the Bi-State got up to 7 inches of snow today. Let's get right over to meteorologist Jim Castillo with your weather first forecast. Jim, can we expect another round?
Yes, Brent, there is another round on the way, and I'll talk about that a little bit now and more in Maine weather. But I did find an 8.5-inch amount, Hecker, Illinois. That's in Monroe County. But really, the shocking part about this system is that we had a really heavy band of moisture set up just to the southeast of St. Louis. Instead of a dusting, we had these amounts that were 5 inches around Festus, 7 in Rose, St. Rose, Illinois. And let me just zoom into this yellow area. That's where it's set up. Again, St. Clair County, Clinton County, Washington County, Illinois, and even into Monroe County. St. Louis, for example, had a dusting downtown, and then that melted pretty quickly. And then Lambert, only a trace, and Wentzville, nothing. So it depended upon were you on that side that had that very heavy snow. And you can see our north and western counties didn't have anything, but we have another chance. Another system headed our way Monday night into Tuesday, and some accumulating snow is very possible. More on that in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you then, Jeb. Well, the cold weather is being blamed for at least one person's death tonight. With drastic temperature drops, St. Louis area nonprofits are now pleading for help. New at 10, Mercedes McKay shows us how you can assist.
The bitter cold air on Saturday afternoon came faster than many anticipated.
Surprise, it's here now.
And for CEO and founder of City Hope St. Louis, Michael Robinson, that means it's time to work.
It causes us to have to move very swiftly to get shelters opened up.
Even the night before the low temperatures came, Robinson had to turn some people away.
There is some level of urgency that we all should feel now.
With that urgency comes need, and right now Robinson says they desperately need food to feed the unhoused individuals, especially with colder days ahead.
We're going to keep those individuals in the building 24/7, so that's going to require 3 meals a day.
It's a similar story over here at the St. Patrick Center. As the days get colder, demand gets higher.
The cold really affects our clients. I mean, obviously, if you're unhoused and you're outside, it is more difficult and it can be more challenging.
Well, that's the case every year. Amanda Lawmeyer says this winter is different.
I've been at St. Patrick Center for 7 years, and this is the first time that we are seeing that our supplies, such our pantry or those winter weather items, are going so quickly.
Lawmeyer says less donations coming in and clients staying longer are the reason they're in desperate need for these necessities.
We're about to experience a very busy time for our clients.
And she's hoping the community can lend a hand.
There's lots of different ways that someone can help St. Patrick Center and the people that we serve.
In St. Louis, Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.
For details on how to donate to City of Hope St. Louis and to the St. Patrick Center, head to our website, ksdk.com, and look under the As Seen on TV section. Today, people in the Metro East were surprised to see several inches of snow on the ground. O'Fallon, Illinois received more than 4 inches early this morning. People bundled up in their warm clothes and gloves and got to work shoveling and snow blowing. Well, today provided an early wake-up call for IDOT and MoDOT. The snow caused problems on roads on both sides of the river. In Illinois, all of the calls started coming in around 2 this morning, eventually putting IDOT crews an hour or 2 behind schedule. And just because the snow is moved out, that doesn't mean the work is done.
Because the roads are clear, expect our forces to be out potholing on the interstates. We got a couple of areas that definitely need to be addressed before.
Anytime, that's always our biggest concern of being caught flat-footed, because our goal is to always get out ahead of a storm. If we can get a treatment down, we will, just to be ready and prepared.
In Missouri, most of the problems were on elevated surfaces. Crews did not get a chance to pre-treat anything. Well, with more winter weather in our forecast, both IDOT and MoDOT urge you to be careful when driving and steer clear of workers and snowplows. Well, 5 on Your Side viewers are sharing with us some of their favorite winter family photos. John Bershish in Illinois sent us this one. It shows snow covering his entire driveway and neighborhood. And we always have time for puppies. This one is named Braxton. You see him bundled up in his cozy outfit. Braxton's owner is our very own senior weekend producer here, Jeff Kolag. Well, it was a meeting of the minds today with one goal: preventing crime before it strikes. This is the North Newstead Association's annual Crime Prevention Summit. Organizers brought together speakers from different sides of the criminal justice process, as well as advocates who work in the field. They say they're trying to think of new ways to fix a much larger issue.
A lot of the crime stems from long-term poverty. And until you address that at an early age, it's going to be just a cycle, the same thing over and over.
Organizers say they're particularly concerned about the recent trend of children involved in smash and grabs and car thefts involving kids under 16. Developing tonight, funeral arrangements are set for Martin Matthews. Matthews was the co-founder of the Matthews-Dickey Boys and Girls Club. He passed away earlier this week at 97. Matthews will lie in state from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. on Wednesday at the club's headquarters on North Kings Highway. His funeral will happen Thursday at 10 in the morning at Washington University's Graham Chapel. Instead of flowers, friends are asking that you send donations to the Martin Matthews Legacy Fund. Well, tonight, the St. Charles community coming together to help an elderly couple scammed out of tens of thousands of dollars. A music trivia night benefit was held for Grandpa Roy and Jerry. Their grandson explains what happened to the couple.
So obviously my grandfather was a victim of a scam. Thought he was getting a call from our grandson. Unfortunately, it wasn't that way. Unfortunately, sent a huge amount of money. Basically, his life savings was spent over one night.
Organizers held a silent auction and a raffle to help the couple get back some of their life savings. It's an epic battle with a Thanksgiving staple. The new winner defeating a two-time champion. A scare in the air. Witnesses capturing the scary moments when two planes collide.
Dress in layers, the bitter cold continues for a while. Plus, if you didn't get some snow this time around, I'll time out the next chance.
It was a battle to see who in our area can dish up the best macaroni and cheese. Today, Riverfront Times hosted the 5th annual Mac and Cheese Throwdown. 17 restaurants showed up, bringing along their different variations of mac and cheese, including barbecue, Southwest taco, and buffalo chicken. In the end, Doggy Max defeated reigning two-time champion Salt and Smoke to win. Well, tonight, City Park hosting a special event for Special Olympics Missouri. It's called the Gold Met Gala. Special Olympics Missouri is a year-round program of sports training and athletic competition for children and adults with intellectual disabilities. One organizer explains the significance of these kind of events.
If it wasn't for Special Olympics, a lot of things, I wouldn't have a lot of things, like my hearing aids. The Healthy Athletes program. If it wasn't for this, I wouldn't have hearing aids.
All proceeds raised tonight benefit the Special Olympics athletes. 5 on Your Side's news director, you see him right there in the back, Art Holliday. He emceed tonight's event.
And the high today, 32, 31 for the overnight low, a trace of snowfall. So not much from Lambert north and westward, but there's another chance of snow. I'll time it out coming up.
Developing tonight, a mid-air collision at an air show in Dallas. It happened earlier today. A Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress and a Bell P-63 King Cobra collided and crashed to the ground. This was during the Wings Over Dallas air show. Several videos posted on social media show the historic planes colliding in the air. Investigators do not know how many people were on both planes or if anyone was injured. The FAA and the NTSB now investigating. Developing election news tonight. The Democratic Party will keep control of the U.S. Senate. Just 2 hours ago, NBC News announced Catherine Cortez Masto was re-elected as Senator of Nevada, giving Democrats 50 seats. Georgia's Senate race is heading to a runoff election next month. Control over the House is still unknown tonight, as several races are still undecided. Well, the midterm elections are over, but there is still a lot of misinformation spreading. Ariane Daytil with our National Verify team is here to do some fact-checking.
A viral video shared on social media claims to show a man caught on live TV engaging in election fraud in Philadelphia. But that's not what's happening in this video. The video, which was lifted from a Fox newscast, actually shows a poll worker in Wisconsin legally marking a ballot. Using these sources, I'll show you how we figured it out. The location tag on the viral video got cut off, but in the Fox News segment, the man in question is clearly located in Madison, Wisconsin. According to Scott McDonald, county clerk in Dane County, Wisconsin, the video was filmed at the Olbrich Botanic Gardens in Madison and shows a poll worker initialing and indicating the ward number on the back of the ballot, which he says is a process required by law and is a routine part of the check and balance process. Next up, if you were given a Sharpie to fill out your ballot, don't freak out. Your ballot isn't automatically invalidated like this tweet claims. Several states, including New York, actually recommend Sharpies because they dry quickly and the machines can read their ink better. Only a few states, like New Hampshire, ban them for voting. Claims about Sharpies invalidating votes go back to 2020, when Arizona AG Mark Bronovich launched an investigation into the claims. He ultimately found that using Sharpies did not result in disenfranchisement for Arizona voters. And finally, viral posts claim that some voters in Detroit were turned away from the polls on Election Day after being told they'd already voted absentee. Former President Donald Trump described the situation as being really bad. So what actually happened? Well, according to the Michigan Department of State, on Election Day, poll workers received an error message on their electronic poll books. Some voters who were just showing up to vote appeared to have already been issued an absentee ballot. The Detroit Elections Department said there was a technical glitch with the system that turned out to be a harmless data error. The department confirmed that these voters were never issued an absentee ballot, and in all circumstances, eligible voters were able to vote. Phil Mayer, senior staff attorney for the ACLU of Michigan, confirmed that no voter was able to vote twice as a result of the error, and voters were not prohibited from voting. And Michigan Attorney General Jocelyn Benson added, "This isn't true. Please don't spread lies." So to recap, we can verify that no, a viral video doesn't show a man engaging in election fraud in Philadelphia or Wisconsin. Yes, Sharpies can be used to fill out your ballot, and no, Detroit residents weren't turned away after being told they'd already voted absentee. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Daytil.
And if there's something you'd like us to verify, you can reach out to us on Facebook, Twitter, or by email, verify@ksdk.com. Well, get ready to embrace the cold weather and all of the winter activities that comes with it. Winterfest returns next weekend at Keener Plaza for its 7th year. You can enjoy everything from ice skating, igloos, and even a s'more station. Festivities begin a week from today with a 5K that takes you through the Arch grounds. You know, Jim, it's not technically winter yet, but we've got to get in that state of mind, especially with what happened overnight and early this morning.
Yeah, very, very early season, heavy snowfall for some. You know, not everybody, though, but that Weather First forecast was quite snowy this morning. And you can see Bryce sent us this in. He works here at KSDK and out in Highland, Illinois. Very heavy snow and wet snow. And, of course, Terry Kay from Oakville, Missouri. Look at that. It piled up pretty quickly. at least 3 inches there. And then Gary Most from Waterloo, Illinois, a beautiful shot. And of course, the ground temperature was really warm, and this heavy band kind of set up in the Metro East especially, and it overcame the dry air, which is amazing. So a lot of things had to come together for that to actually happen, and it did. So 25 degrees tonight, but with the clouds kind of hanging around, we might actually stay up a little bit warmer because it won't clear now until late tonight or into tomorrow morning. 31 right now, that's the low for the day, and still a little bit of a breeze out there, so gusty. And you can see on the satellite radar shot just a couple flurries out there, but another storm late Monday into early Tuesday. So we have a weather alert day here because, again, we could see the same kind of situation. Might actually start as some rain, then mix over to some snow, and some minor accumulations at this point are expected. Here's that low itself. Let's put this into motion, the Futurecast, and watch that moisture once again, just like the last one, come right from Oklahoma City, go right up 44. Starts out as some rain late evening on Monday, maybe around 10 o'clock is a good guess, and then it mixes over and changes to some snow during the overnight hours and into the Tuesday morning commute. So we'll watch to see. Again, could see a band of heavier snow for some of us. And remember, the north and western portions of the area didn't see much at all. So this is your chance to seeing at least a couple of inches of snow if a band of heavier snow sets up then. But tonight should clear late, and then overnight lows down into the teens and 20s. And then here we go, the weather alert day for Tuesday. Watching that next system, and then it's cold after that, upper 30s, low 40s. But it's really chilly all the way through the weekend coming up. And then maybe next week we're closer to 50. But the average high for this time of year should be in the 50s.
And you really have your eyes on Tuesday of next week.
Yes, that is another chance. It should be dry after that, but I think we're going to see a mess on Tuesday morning.
All right, we'll keep watching. Thank you much. Well, we've got Corey here now with sports.
Well, obviously, with all that snow, it was a cold one out there today, but we braved the elements anyways to get you some local highlights. Stick around for sports and help make our frozen fingers worth it. With the Blues in Las Vegas tonight, I'll take this time to say I hope you haven't been betting on them lately. They did break the 8-game losing skid their last time out, though, and are trying to get to 2 in a row tonight against the Golden Knights. It was a good start in Sin City for the Blues. Brandon Saad's going to light the lamp with one heck of a snipe here to kick things off. It's Saad's second game in a row with a goal, that is. Right now, the Golden Knights lead 2-1 in the second period. Well, this is the kind of day the previous channel button on the remote was made for. This was a don't leave the couch sort of day around St. Louis, and there was no shortage of games to choose from. Well, we've got you covered for a recap and even braved the cold ourselves for your viewing pleasure. All right, first up, the morning games. Mizzou first, and the Tigers went to Knoxville to take on number 5 Tennessee and came out with a...
You know, my message to our team and to everybody is, you know, it's senior week. We got 2 games left to define what kind of season this is going to be for our seniors in this season. And we'll look back and be disappointed in this one, but the best thing we can do right now is look ahead.
Things weren't much better in Champaign for the ranked Illini. Purdue came in and beat Illinois 31-24, knocking Brett Bielema and company from the top of the Big Ten West standings all by themselves. But Bielema seems to have the same mindset as Coach Drinkwitz.
We have 2 remaining opportunities, obviously both on the road, to take this team sometimes in situations like this is exactly what you need. Maybe get on the road and, you know, double down on the 74 guys going with the staff and take ourselves to Ann Arbor and see where we're at.
Over to SLU, Bills hosting lowly Evansville in what was supposed to be an easy night. It wasn't. Yuri Collins always makes it look easy, though. He finds Fred Thatch for one of his 13 assists. Yuri would do it himself, too, right there. Nice Euro step in the score. The Billikens needed it. They didn't pull away for good until 9 minutes left in the game. They did survive, though. Bills win 83-65 and had 3 players notch double-doubles. While the Hoops team may have survived their scare, the women's soccer team could not say the same. The Billikens hadn't lost a game since late August, but fell in the first round of the NCAA tournament today against the Memphis Tigers in a stunning 1-0 upset. All right, some chilly high school football playoff action from today. East St. Louis hosting Crete Monty. The Flyers were dominant yet again in this one. Robert Battle with this absolutely perfect pass to Jesse Watson. That's good for 6. And then later on, Battle's going to keep it himself for the touchdown. Flyers roll 45-0. They're outscoring their opponents this postseason 156-0. I think that's pretty good. All right, here's what the field looked like in Mascoutah before their playoff game against Peoria. They thankfully got the snow cleared off in time. And here's a big play. Zane Tyman airs it out to Quincy Hall, who hauls it in. That's good for 6, and later on that combo worked so well the first time, they did it again. It wasn't enough though. Peoria wins 36-21, ending an impressive season for Mascoutah. All right, here's the best thing you'll see all day. This is Ohio State's Cameron Babb. He's a CBC alum and former top recruit. He's been at Ohio State for 5 years, and he's had 4 ACL injuries. Today, he made his first catch. It went for a touchdown. His parents were there too. Great moment for the local kid, proven never give up. You're always going to get that moment if you just keep going.
Yeah, and you can always come back, rebound. Very good. Thank you much. Well, that's all of our time for 5 on Your Side at 10. Saturday Night Live is next, and join us tomorrow for your news at 6 a.m. We hope you have a great evening.